Welcome to the next episode of Knots and Bolts and Top of the Cop with me, Mark, and Ara. Evening, Ara.
Evening, Mark.
So, what did you reckon to yesterday's match then?
2 points dropped. I think that's the easiest way anyone can explain.
Yeah, I'd go with 2 points dropped as well.
I mean, I think I know on Wednesday Shrewsbury was a really bad team that made us look really good, but I think there were still things that we needed to improve on. That performance wasn't really going to count if we didn't show anything on Saturday. I thought the two goals that we scored were okay, but then the two goals that we let in were a bit shocking. I think we should have done a lot better. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a strange. I had that feeling before the game. You know, like when we play Warsaw, we usually go in leading at half time and then we lose in the second half. I did have that feeling yesterday where I remembered last year's result of Bromley at home, and we was leading, and then Maynard made what? Did he make all 5 substitutes? He made substitutes, and so just straight after the substitutes, they went and equalised.
Yeah.
But I seen Jatta yesterday, and coming from underneath the family stand with his little wash bag and another bag. He didn't look in very much pain yesterday. He weren't squinting like if you got a back pain, you usually like got some facial expression going on and stuff. But yeah, I just thought it's a bit strange being at the ground if you're injured, your back's hurting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I obviously didn't see him, but I knew where he was in the ground, and he didn't look injured to me. So I think he's telling a freely, but we can't tell because we're not Jack at the end of the day.
Yeah, we're going down the conspiracy theory line, aren't we?
Yeah,
Of him sort of like forcing the move out the club. I mean, I'd like him to stay. You know what I mean? I'd like him to say, put pen to paper for 3 years, you know what I mean? Sign another contract, but I can't see it happening.
I'm the opposite. I don't really rate him as a. I know when he first came, he was okay scoring the goals, but then ever since he came back from, I think, was it when he came back from international duty, he hasn't been the same player since.
No, he hasn't been the same player. And I mean, we got bank holiday weekend. The transfer window shuts, I think it's 7 p.m. on the 2nd.
Yeah.
So if we sold him this week, we've still got a bit of time to get somebody else in. If we leave it until the 1st or the 2nd and then sell him, we've got nothing. We'll be doing, I've got a nothing left. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but going on back onto yesterday's game, Dennis's goal was a really good one. Roos with the assist as well, which
I think it
also
was, yeah. I
I
mean, I
don't
think this is. Oh, sorry.
I don't know whether he meant that ball it to be that perfect for Dennis to run onto, but yeah, and then Dennis did all the hard work running down the wing, cutting into the box, shooting, and 1-0. What did you from your like view in the carp? How good was
Yeah.
it from behind?
What, both of the goals?
No, just we talk about the
The first
Dennis's
one.
first one, yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, from my view, it looked like Kellerus was really lucky that ball stayed in play because the way he kicked it, it looked like it was going to go out of the Jimmy Seal stand and onto someone's car, or I don't know, but he was lucky enough to give it to Dennis, and then Dennis just does what he does and finds the back of the net.
And then we do that hard work. We was playing well. As soon as we scored the goal, we sort of like we. I don't know whether it's like nerves or whatever, but we invited pressure on. And the defending for Bromley's first goal, I think I can't remember who scored their first goal. I did have it up a minute ago.
I believe. Is his name Tom? Maybe.
Thompson.
Yeah, Thompson.
But what was the defending was shocking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like here comes in. Should Roost have come for that and claimed it? Should a defender cleared it? I just thought it was really, really poor defended.
Yeah, it's like I don't understand why would you watch the players and instead of watching the ball, because you don't kick the player, do you? You kick the ball. And I don't understand why we have every single man behind the ball in the box, and we should have at least two players up there. And if we did kick it out, then the two players should be ready to like counter attack or something.
See, that's what I don't get, because even in the first half when Bromley was defending and Notts was defending, Bromley had 2 or 3 players still at the halfway line, but there was marking nobody because all our players was back defending. But you've got no option out. Do you know what I mean? So that's that bit. And then you go on to something like the niggly of the game as well. It was a bit of a dirty game. Bromley did play quite dirty in that game, in points in that game.
Well, I mean, I know some Notts fans might not be happy with this, but I did watch that free kick back, that Jody tackle. And after watching it back, it kind of didn't look like a free kick to me.
What, the one we scored from?
Yeah.
He came through the back of him, didn't he?
But I think if you look at it closely, I think he got the ball first.
He was like right in front of me, so. But it's still a free kick if you take the man as well. You can still win the ball and it still be a free kick.
Yeah.
Or Senjata won't got a red card, would he? Because he won the ball. He took the player as well. Or in that case, he didn't take the player against Wimbledon. He didn't take the player, did he? The player jumped. You know what I mean? But we're not going down that line. That's an all new rabbit hole, isn't
it? Yeah.
But talking about that free kick, that was an amazing free kick. Well, it was an amazing ball in from Palmer.
Yeah.
Onto the head of Dennis. In the back of the net.
Into the back of the net. Yeah.
We're 2-1 up. But then we're cruising. But then we look rocky. We look rocky at 2-1. Do you know what I mean? And I says to Kieran, just before I went down for half time, I goes, the next goal in this game is important. You know what I mean? Whoever gets it will probably go on and win it. So it's like you come out for the second half, and it's like going back in time. It's like Maynard defending a 1-0 lead against, let's say, Bromley last year.
Yeah.
Warsaw. You know what I mean?
Cheltenham.
And we were so defensive. We was really, really defensive. And you're like, why? And I don't think, even when we made substitutes as well, I don't think we was any better.
No, because I think the squad that we start off with, the starting 11, I think that's probably our best bet to win the game. I don't think we have any bet to win the game on the bench, because we don't really have any quality on the bench.
But then the people on the bench make your squad weaker then.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? So then you got, but I just, like you say, we was defending, everyone's behind the ball. There's no one outside the 18-yard box. Everyone's inside the 18-yard box. And after attack from Bromley and the pressure and everything else, the ball just keeps coming back at you. I mean, before they actually did score, they had quite a few chances. They had one where it just went just by the post.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there was like, it was coming. You could see it coming. Any fan in, I don't know whether it's like in the Cop, but you could you could just feel their goal was they was gonna get a goal. And after they
Yeah,
scored that goal on 83 minutes, it was like, they're gonna win it now. We had
yeah,
very little
yeah.
we had very little to offer, did we?
No, yeah. From the same thing what you said, I think that was the complete same in the cup. I think someone that I was talking to behind me agreed with me, and when Bromley did score their second goal, me and him both said to each other, Bromley's going to score a third here. Because we had nothing else, I think, left in us, really, because all our best players, really, were on the bench because we took them off. And we don't really have anyone to come on and change the game and get us up that pitch because we was all just sitting back every single time Bromley had the ball in our half. We were just sitting back. There was no one up there we could pass it to maybe try to do a counter attack to maybe score or something.
Yeah, but there was no outlet at all, was there? In that second half, past what, 70 minutes, we was just like parking the bus and hoping to see the game out,
Yeah,
which didn't work because Bromley got that. It came from a free kick. The free kick went in, got headed. I can't remember. It went out. Then a Notts defender or whoever it was headed it straight to their player. He whacks it, deflection in the back of the net. You know what I mean? It's it's a disappointing end to what would have been like a good performance, solid performance. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But we just can't defend free kicks, corners, long throws, and it's like they're the defending is like the basics in football, one of the basics.
yeah,
And you talk about fitness. Patterson says we weren't fit enough last season, what he's seen of us, but we're nowhere fit enough this season.
no,
Because if you have a team what can only go for 45 minutes and look good and dominate a game or what to a point, if you can't do that for if your squad can't do that for a full 90 minutes, you're not going to win very many matches,
no.
in my opinion.
Yeah, I could see from as soon as the second half kicked off, it was just going to go full defensive because there wasn't really in that second half where we looked like we was going to score another one. But Bromley just put all that pressure in us because don't get me wrong, Andy Woodman's Bromley team are a good team. They're a tough team to play against.
Yep, they are. Jody looked quite fired up yesterday.
Yeah,
I mean, he was like, I don't think he got booked yesterday. I can't remember him getting booked,
no,
but he could have got sent off. You know what I mean? He was like he's got a lot of frustration in him, and you can see it in the side. And they
yeah,
are still gelling, a lot of the players, because like I don't know, Jody's had this luxury of been playing with like people in the squad who have been there a few years now. This year, there's quite a lot of new players.
yeah,
Cotter and Jody never seem to be on the same wavelength. If Jody's expecting Cotter to be like running past him, the Cotter's like somewhere else. You know what I mean? The user's still got to get that understanding there. But isn't Jody? I can't see Jody as a number 10 working
no.
at this moment in time. Anyway,
Yeah, because I mean, I think Joey's probably best position now is probably to play on the wing. Because like when he always has the ball in the middle, he's like you could see he like wants to go out wide, not through the middle.
yeah. I mean, they got a free week as well, haven't they?
Yeah,
They got a total free week. They ain't got another game until Tranmere on Saturday, so they can work more on the training ground. But on the training, it don't matter what you do on a training ground. It's
it's what
what
you
you
do when
do.
you're there.
Yeah, when you cross that line. I mean, if you look at Tranmere, they're playing really good football as well. Uh, their second goal yesterday was a cracker from outside the box. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I worry for Notts this season. I really do.
Could be the curse of the playoffs.
It could be the curse of the playoffs, or is it the curse of Roberto and
Yeah.
recruitment? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I mean, and a lot of Notts fans are not only upset about the recruitment, they're upset about the food in the Cop. Well, the food in the ground, the offerings of the
Oh,
food in the ground as well.
yeah.
And it just seems like, say, like the catering option. Not we're not talking about the burger vans because they're separate, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about the kiosks and stuff like that. It just seems like everything's the quality of stuff is going down, but the prices are going up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And if you want to make sort of like good money and have a good fan experience, you've got to have like good food offerings, good drink offerings.
Yeah.
You've got to give some. You got to give the fans a reason to spend their money in them kiosks. You know what I mean? Rather than like just thinking, well, we'll buy a pie for £1 and sell it for 5, or do you know what I mean? And then there's no quality there. But over time, the fans will just say, well, we're not going to buy your pies. We're not going to buy your hot dogs. We're not going to buy your sausage rolls. We're not going to buy this because that's what happens.
Yeah, because I can remember like we're saying that our pies are not pocket pies anymore, aren't they? They're something different.
Yeah, but it
And I
all
do
comes
not like.
all around. All comes around to that experience of like having a good quality stuff. If you serve good quality, if you serve quality stuff to your fans, then they're gonna buy the stuff. If you serve things that aren't that good, people aren't gonna buy it eventually. You'll always get people who'll buy it. And
Oh yeah.
it's like with the pies, like you could say that pie was absolutely terrible, and the next fan will say,
Yeah.
that's a 10 out of 10.
I
Do
mean,
you know what I mean?
yeah, I think yesterday I had a cheeseburger, and that was alright.
Yeah, but was that burger van or a kiosk?
I think it was a burger.
Yeah, because I learnt yesterday they don't sell burgers no more in the kiosk.
No, no.
Which years and years and years ago, them burgers used to be cooked in the
Yeah,
kiosk. Now, before after they stopped doing that, they was cooked in the main kitchen and wrapped, and then brought down to the
yeah,
kiosk.
yeah,
So I don't know. This is we had this discussion on TikTok last night, didn't we?
yeah,
With like some of the Notts fans and everything. It's like the kiosk where they're selling everything needs massive investment.
yeah. Because I think heard someone say that. Didn't they think like a Coca Cola was like £5 at a
Yeah, so
kiosk?
I think that was at the bar or something, weren't it?
Yeah,
Behind the cop. But I can remember you used to be able to get mushy peas at Notts County. I know I love mushy peas, gooseberry and all that lot. But you can't even get them now. They don't even do mushy peas no more.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? And it's like they're offering less and less and less. So your fan
yeah,
experience, it's all right having the nest. That's before the game.
yeah, yeah.
You know what
And
I mean?
after,
And after. But what's the offering inside? But they need. I think I can't remember which person said it from Knots in an interview. That says the kiosks need major investment for them to be able to do stuff there.
yeah,
But if you're investing money on a training pitch, why can't you invest it in the stadium? It don't matter if you've got the best training pitch, it ain't gonna make your players any better. If you sign in
yeah,
players what ain't any good.
yeah.
If you know what I mean? It's not gonna make them. It's not gonna make them any better.
No,
So decide where you're gonna spend. Are you gonna spend the money on for a better fans experience, or are you gonna spend the money on some of the fans are probably never gonna see?
mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, most people when you go football, you normally go for like a half-time pie or whatever you do at half-time, don't you? But if it's getting worse and worse, why would you waste your money on something you can get outside of the ground that's probably tastes better?
Exactly. But Where do you? Where we're going to ask this question after every result? Where do you think we're going to finish this season?
I mean, I said on a Bromley fans thing yesterday. I think mid-table or best bet playoffs. I can't see us going any higher, but yeah, mid-table for me so far. I think.
I would say at this moment in time, 15th. I just don't see us being able to play against any of the teams in the top half and win. I mean, by the top like 10 teams. I
Yeah.
just can't see it. We're going to have to pick our points up from the teams around us and the teams below us. And we've
But
got terrible like form against any team what's in the top 7.
yeah. Well, I mean, I think last year was the opposite when it was getting points off like the top teams and it was like losing or getting a point like, out of like the bottom teams. I think. If I'm correct by saying,
No.
I'm not.
We never play, when we play teams in the top 7, we don't turn up. Like you look at Wimbledon, did we ever with the 3 times we've played them, apart from the 1 time at home? Yeah.
Three. Yeah.
So the other 3 times, yeah, because we won 1-0 that time. But the other 3 times, did we turn up?
But even then, in that 1-0, when did we even turn up? Apart from that goal. So yeah, and then going back to the
Doncaster at home, did we turn up?
No.
They won the league on our pitch. We never turned up there. There's loads. Like Chesterfield, they weren't even in the thinger. Did we turn up for that game at home?
No. We didn't
We
turn up
lost
for
that
Cheltenham.
2-1.
I think we lost to Cheltenham 2-1.
Yeah. The Salford.
Yeah, Salford. We was lucky against Tranmere because I think Tranmere should have won the game in the first half last year.
Yeah, but that's that thing. If you're on top, you gotta take them chances, haven't you?
Yeah.
But I don't know. We're not to go in. I don't know whether do you think we're going to get any more players through the door? Because I've got a sneaky suspicion. My suspicion is we got no one else coming in.
I would like to hope so, but my honest is no, and I think we'll probably sell maybe 2 players.
Because I think we'll get this sort of line like we've had in the past. We tried our hardest to get players in, but it just didn't happen in time.
Yeah.
That's what I think. What might happen. And I think Jatta might go, maybe Scott Robinson as well.
Yeah, maybe Curtis Edwards. Maybe he hasn't been playing that well, or not been playing that well. Really.
No, but then what do you like? Traore's missing. And Traore's like we've got county players who are missing in action. You don't. I ain't seen Traore even at the ground.
No,
I don't even know
last time I saw him. I think it was Wimbledon as a player second name. I think that's about it.
Yeah, I've seen Jarvis. You know what I mean? But that's a strange one. If you're going about work ethic and everything else, well, give a player encouragement. But is Jarvis going to get dropped in the Virtue Trophy? He could do.
Yeah, but you're never going to find out because training and playing in the match is completely 2 different things.
Yeah. But I don't know.
From my understanding, from playing.
Yeah, but you can have a player who comes across as like very lethargic, very figure, and then when they cross the line, they're a totally different player.
Yeah.
And Patterson talked about man management. You manage. Well, I think it was Patterson or somebody else does. They say, well, you have to manage players different. You can't manage them all the same no more.
Yeah.
You have to manage them different. So maybe Jarvis is one of them players you have to manage in a different sort of way.
Yeah, I know, and it always And drama's been kicking off as well with his girlfriend saying that he's not injured. So
Yeah, which puts the cat amongst the pigeons as well, doesn't it?
we don't know if he's injured or not, but she's obviously because she knows more than we do.
Yeah, but I think Curtis Edwards going is probably be a good move
Mm.
for him to go get minutes and stuff. We have got
Yeah,
a
because I
lot of
think
midfielders.
did we? I can't remember if we got him on a free or did we sign him.
I can't.
No.
I don't know if we got him on a free. I know Jarvis we paid money for. A trial
Yeah.
we paid money for. So, I mean, the big thing is going to be Jatta in it, whether he stays
Yeah.
or goes. And then what do you do with him? Because he could become a liability to the team or an asset to the team. If you keep a player here who don't want to be here, he could come back, get sent off first game.
Yeah.
You see, it's a difficult one, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I know that Port Vale let go of their striker to Plymouth, so they're looking for a new striker. I think probably like teams abroad are looking at one as well. I think from what I've been hearing.
Yeah. There's supposed to be like a Turkish, is it Turkish Super League or?
Yeah, Turkish side. Yeah.
I think he would fit into the sort of like the Port Vale sort of like mould.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I don't know where it's going to go.
I mean, I know that Portsmouth were also interested in like in January, weren't they?
Yeah.
With Plymouth. And I think Baltimore was in the mix as well, weren't
There was Plymouth. I don't know about Bolton, but I know Portsmouth as well because I read articles where they says they were still monitoring him.
they? Yeah, I think I've heard of something about Bolton, but I'm not quite too sure now. But yeah, I remember Bolton being in the mix.
But what if the owners don't get what they think he's worth? Do you know what I mean? He's got a year left on
Yeah,
his contract. So if he had a longer contract, we'd be probably talking more.
mm.
But I can understand it if it's a player who don't want to be here and just you're going to let him go. But then we've had like Langstaff. He didn't want to go, but he was like had to go. You know what
I
I
don't
mean?
think McGordrick wanted to go either.
Yeah, but that's down to cutting his wages and not valuing him as a person who can score you
Yeah,
20 goals like last season. You know what I mean?
I don't think I'm not sure about Ruben though, because I think he didn't want to go either. Because I think
But
Ruben and
I
Langstaff
think
had a good connection.
Ruben was out of contract, wasn't he? So he was a
Yeah,
free agent, yeah. So that was sort of like his choice. But they may have offered him a contract and he may have had other offers on the table and thought, well, I'm going to get this there, I'll go there.
yeah. Because I think he only had 2 seasons at Oxford, and hasn't he gone to is it a Brazilian side?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of fans don't understand about transfers is when a club buys a player and it might be, say it's 1 million, but
Mm.
that might be paid over 4 years. So the fans will go, well, you just got 1 million for this person.
But we don't know.
And, oh, you got to go out and spend like 750K on another player, but you've only got 250K of it. You're getting the
Yeah,
rest in installments. Like with the Bass a transfer, that could be paid over 2 seasons, it could be paid over 3. So that money might not even like really come in till next year and the year after. You know what I mean? So transfers, it's not like a guaranteed thing where, oh, he goes for this amount of money and it's all paid in one go, because that's not how it works a lot of the time.
yeah.
Right. Have we got anything else to talk about?
I mean, if I see Jota on a training video,
Did you see Jack on a trading video? How about the state of the seats? They need cleaning, don't they?
like, yeah,
I think
definitely.
I know in previous seasons and stuff, they've always like says to the fans, who wants to come down, help clean the seats. You know what I mean? Not this season. some of the seats are really, really dirty. They do need a bit of a
Yeah.
clean. So anybody from Notts listening, you know what I mean? If we're ever that lucky to get anybody from Notts to actually watch. But yeah, the seats do need a bit of a clean.
Yeah, especially do you know the rails for like the seats and a bit. My fingers keep getting dirty every time I put my hand on
Yeah, but that you stand there every time, don't you?
it.
So that dirt must be coming off your hands, Zara.
No, it's not.
I'm joking. Yeah, but the seats
Especially
are
when yeah,
dirty though. A lot of
especially
them.
when there's cobwebs on the seats as well.
Yeah, but it's a football ground. You could expect cobwebs. The spiders go everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so yeah, I don't know. I think when we're back this week, is it? We're back Friday, aren't we? 6 p.m. We're going to be live on at 6 p.m. Friday. It is
Are you
Friday,
I'm forgetting our new podcast
and then we've got a new podcast, which
on
is
Monday.
tomorrow 6:45, not 7:45 hours, 6:45.
You said
And I
7:45.
said 6:45. You didn't listen, and that's the
It's the
League Two Fall Off podcast.
do, do you know what it is, Mark? It's the heat getting to me.
It's the against you, and then oh
All
no,
talk.
we're back on Thursday night, aren't we?
Yeah, ours is
Thursday night,
Thursday. Yeah.
Thursday night, 6 p.m. And then Friday night, we've got an all talk football, which is Premier League
Down to non-league.
to non-league, whichever. We're going to talk about all what's
Yeah.
been going off in football all week, and we're going to have a look at towards like all the fixtures and everything else like that. So that's them. We'll have to do some visuals so it can pop up, and none of us are going to forget. You're blaming I'll blame the age. You know what I mean? So we've got that. Right. That's bye from
And
me.
then we normally do our match reactions on Sundays.
On Sundays, yeah, Sunday at 6, but this is usually recorded. But next week, I think we're going to do it live.
Yeah.
But that's all from me, Mark, from Nuts and Bolts. Over to Harry to say his goodbyes.
That's all from me, Harry from Top of the Cop podcast.